Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English Basics for Beginners. Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We're just touching a bit on a verse that makes reference to black holes. Now, black hole, a phenomenon in space when a star collapses. Remember, when a star uses up its fuel of hydrogen and helium, it starts expanding to form a red giant, and then it collapses on itself with immense gravitation, and then no light can escape it. And this feature of black holes was discovered by an astrophysicist, John Wheeler, in 1969. The light of these collapsed stars excuse me, disappears. Light cannot escape from a black hole because it is such a high concentration of mass in a small space. The enormous gravitation captures even the fastest particles, the photons of light. For example, the final stage of a typical star, 3 times the mass of the sun, ends after its burning out, when all the fuel is used up, and its implosion, it collapses onto itself as a black hole of only 20 kilometers in diameter. So it is a huge thing. It's about like 1,000,000 kilometers compressed into like a 10 kilometers, right? So black holes are black. That means they are veiled from direct observation because no light can escape it. They nevertheless reveal themselves indirectly by the tremendous suction which their gravitational force exerts on other heavenly bodies. You can't really see it, but you can see that something is pulling another planet, or something is there which you can't see it, and so indirectly you know that the black hole is there because of the huge gravitational pull. As well as depictions of the Day of Judgment, the verse below in Surah Al-Mursalat may also be pointing to the scientific discovery about black holes. And this image in the Quran is saying, when the stars are extinguished. Now, how did a man, Nabi Sal'lal'laa'hu A'layhi Was'sal'lam, Prophet Mohamed, living 1400 years ago, know, how did he know that one day the stars will lose their light? They're going to become extinguished, they'll switch off. How did he know that? When scientists only know this fact in 1969, this is in Surah Al-Mursalat number 8, once again proving that this is the word of God. Moreover, stars of great mass also cause warps, warps in space and time to be perceived in space. Black holes, however, do not just cause warps in space, but also tear holes in the space, as astrophysicists put it. That is why collapsed stars are known as black holes. You see, collapsed stars, the stars become extinguished, their light doesn't come out. How can this be known 1400 years ago? This fact may be referred to in the verse about stars, and this is another important item of information, once again demonstrating and proving that the Quran is indeed the Kalamullah, it is the word of Allah, it is the word of a supreme creator, the creator of the heavens and the earth, as we see in Surah At-Tariq, verses 1 to 3. I swear by the heaven and the Tariq. And what will convey to you what the Tariq is? It is the star piercing the darkness. So if you have any doubt about your existence, why, if you want to find out the meaning of your life, the existence of your life, please get a copy of the Quran today. Read for yourself what this book is telling you. Remove the propaganda from the media, because the media, we know, is controlled by an elite force that wants to control the world. And the way that they can control the world is by controlling your brain. Don't let them control your brain. Find out the truth for yourself. Find out who is God. Find out what is the straight path. Find out who is evil. Find out who is the devil and Satan or Shaitan or Lucifer. And find out why some of these very elite of the elite people, they are basically soldiers of the devil, as we are seeing by the shocking revelations of the Epstein's files. And that is only the tip of the iceberg. And remember, there's not only one Epstein. There are thousands, if not millions of Epsteins. many throughout the world, right? But there is a shadow elite force that wants to control the world. But please don't let them get into your brain. Your brain belongs to you. Don't allow someone else to manipulate your brain. And the easiest way that people manipulate your brain is through the nonsense written in the media, not all the media, and through the TV industry, right? The media industry, the entertainment industry, all of that are controlled by an elite force. They will tell you who to love and who to hate, what to believe, what not to believe. They will push agendas like evolution and neo Darwinism because they don't want to believe in God. Because they know that those people who believe in God have a very high standard of morals and ethics and integrity and justice. And that you need to know that when you understand clearly that God exists, that you will be accountable on the day of judgment. And the reason why we find, whether it's in South Africa or on the African continent or anywhere else on the planet Earth, why there's so much crime and evil and mischief making going on, for one simple reason: people have forgotten about God. So please remember, never ever remove God from the equation of your life. Please get a copy of the Quran today. Once again, this verse is proving from the latest scientific advances found in 1969 about the black hole. The Quran is talking about this 1,400 years ago. Not in 1969, 1,400 years ago. Right? Stay well, look after yourself, and